Hi, I'm Rana. I'm subbing for Zai today. I'm sure it's not going to be as great as what she does, but hopefully I can be half as good and you can get maybe a different perspective on something different. So, mostly my style is yin and yoga nidra, so it's more of a slow flow, holding poses for longer periods of time, and then even dropping down to um, in between the consciousness, which is yoga nidra. So right now we're just going to start by settling in and get it seated comfortably, closing your eyes, letting your body soften, leaving everything from before this class outside, everything that's after this class, we'll leave it for after class, and just come into presence right now and right here. As you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, you can feel the breath cycling in the nose, coming through the lungs, the belly, and exhaling through the belly and the lungs, softening the shoulders with each exhale, and softening the tailbone and legs with each exhale. With each inhale, you're inhaling prana, energy. And now let's tilt our chin to the chest and just stretching the back of the neck. Soften the shoulders, let the shoulders come down the back. And let's roll the neck to the right side, right ear to right shoulder. And then left ear to left shoulder. Down to the right ear, right shoulder. Like a pendulum, down to the center, over to the left. If you like, you can move all the way around in a circle, but that depends on your neck. If anything hurts, please don't do it. I do not want to see anyone get hurt, and then I'll be responsible. So, no way, no how. All right. So, when you are done, come back to neutral. Elongate the spine, make it really nice and tall, and we're going to twist and look over the right shoulder. And twist and look over the left shoulder. And come to forward. Walk your hands out and lay your belly over your lap. Try to stretch your hands out as far as they'll go in front of you. With your head up, it'll let your chest come down even further. If you want to soften, you can move your forehead down to the ground. So, whatever way feels more comfortable for you. For 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms behind you, your hands behind you, fingertips pointed towards you, and lift your tailbone up. Still stay in that cross-legged position. Good. Push your tailbone up, the hips up. You can tilt your head back if you'd like. And coming back to a seat. Let's switch our leg position. Good. Left arm up. So left arm up, right arm to the side. Stretch the arm way up in the air and then do a side body stretch where you come down to your right elbow And look up at the ceiling underneath that left arm. Allow the left hip to settle and be heavy. And then let's switch sides. Inhale up, exhale over and down. Soften the right shoulder. I'm sorry, the right hip. Look under the right shoulder. Good. And then coming down to center. Same thing as we did before. You're going to stretch your arms out in front of you. Belly to your legs. If you want to make it more intense, you can lift your head. And then bringing your hands behind you and pushing the pelvis up, the hips up, maybe dropping the head to the back. And coming back down. Good. All right, let's come into tabletop. So she said that y'all do like a hard workout on Thursdays. I don't know how hard it's going to be, but she did mention something about planks and half headstands, and I don't know. So we're gonna try to do a little bit of both. So let's start with just cat cows. So let the belly sink down. The shoulders are going to go down the back. The head is up. Let the tailbone rise and the belly sink, and just lower and let it sit and settle. Take 3 breaths. And then coming up into cat, stretching as far as you'll go to the extreme. The elbows come in towards each other. Your chin comes to your chest. Shoulders are spread wide apart. Belly is up towards the spine. And tailbone is tucked in. And then dropping the belly down, raising the chin. Now we're going to go inhale, pull the belly in for cat. Exhale, drop the belly down for cow. Inhale, pull the belly in. And exhale, drop to cow. Do a couple more at your own pace. Good. When you are done, come back to neutral. And spread your fingertips out real wide. Make an L shaped with your first finger and your thumb. And make sure that your shoulders are right aligned over your wrist and your knees are aligned underneath your hips. Let's lift the left leg straight behind us and flex the foot and lift the right arm by the ear. Good. Now let's we're going to bring the elbow to the knee and then move it back out. We're going to make some movements like this, tucking in, stretching out, tucking in, stretching out. We're just moving the left leg right now and the right arm. And then coming back to neutral, letting back to your tabletop. Let's switch sides. Left arm out, right arm or right foot is flexed behind you. And when you're ready, start bringing it in and out. We're priming up that belly and that core. Good. And coming back to neutral. Now we're going to switch. We're going to start with the right arm. Bring it in together. Set it down. And then the left side. Bring it in. Lift it out. So do the left and the right. We're only going to do a couple rounds of that. Y'all are doing great. Okay, so let's start with planks. So let's start on our elbows. So come on down to puppy pose. So you're gonna let your hips align over your knees, stretch your arms out. Yeah, if it feels comfortable, you can lift your pelvis up in the air and then come down with your chest and your belly. Yeah, so start in tabletop, good. Keep your hips aligned overneath your knees and just walk your hands out in front of you. Bring your forehead down to the ground and keep your knees aligned underneath your hips. Let the belly and let the chest settle and the arms, the armpits stretch. And now slide down to your belly, keeping onto your forearms and just pushing up into low cobra or I don't know. Good. Sphinx, that's what this is. And then start shaking your booty. Shake, 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 shake your booty. This is breaking up any kind of tension that's in the lower back. Shake, shake, shake. If y'all want to sing, you can sing. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Shake your booty. Okay, good. Now stop and freeze. See if you feel any kind of tingling, any kind of sensation in your lower body. If you like, you can bend your knees. And let's start making circles with our legs. Good. Keep your chest up. Good. That's good. That's right. And reverse the circles. Good. Now we're going to come back to child's pose. Push yourself back, bring your big toes together, and coming back to child's pose. It might feel better if you bring your knees together and you bring your hands and shoulders to the sides of your legs because you can get a little bit more rounding after we just arched more. And now we're going to kind of mix the two together. So we're going to go into almost like a half headstand. So you're going to get balance on your head. So you can either stay just like you are and do snail, like with you can grab your feet and your ankles, and you can push up into just like this, where you raise your buttocks and your head just is flat on the ground. If you like, you can just stay just like that for half headstand. You can even bring your arms back down towards your feet. And if you'd like, you can press up onto your toes. So you're still getting a balance on your head. You can keep your arms flat out like this, where they're reaching towards your toes, palms are up. Or you can even make like an L shape if you'd like, with your arms like a tripod. And then once you are on your head and you feel, okay, this is enough, I'm upside down, come back down onto your knees and sit straight back up. Let the blood come back and flow down. Good. Taking a couple breaths. And we're going to do it again. All right. Thanks for joining us. You can sit on your heels. And we're just doing half headstands. So if you like, place your hands on the ground, place your head to where the top of your head is on the ground. If you would like, you can push up from your toes to lift your buttocks up and towards the air. Okay, if you're already in headstands, I'm going to give you a little bit more. So you can do, if you're in tripod, you can start by bringing your knees. There you go. There you go. Good. I'm just watching everybody. Okay, and then when you've had enough, you can come back to a seated position. Good. All right, y'all doing good with that. Okay, check. We got half headstands on the list. Now let's do some planks. So let's start with a regular plank. So bring your hands out underneath your arms, and everybody knows what planks are, I'm assuming, in here. And let's twist over to the right side and bring your left arm up into the air. Side plank. If you'd like, you can stay right here, or if you'd like, you can lift the left leg up into the air. Good. And if you want to go even further, you can grab the left foot with the left hand behind you and trying to hold your balance. I see some advanced people in here, so I'm just taking a little bit. You don't have to do it. And then release and come back to plank. Good. And lower slowly down. And place your head on the ground for rest. Pushing back up to plank. Here we go. Arms are underneath, hands are underneath you, toes are tucked. Push up to plank. Left side. Lean over onto the left side. The right arm comes up to the ceiling. Stay right here if you'd like. If you'd like to take it further, you can lift the right leg up into the air. If you'd like to make it even further, you can bend the right leg behind you, grabbing the right leg, finding balance. And release when you're ready, coming back to plank, lowering down, and taking a rest. Let's go ahead and okay, so if you're on your mat, you're going to scoot all the way over to the left side of the mat and extend the right arm out to the side. Place your right cheek on the ground. Use the left hand and push yourself over. So the left leg is either going to go really far behind you and twist with the straight leg, or you can choose to bend your knee and bring your foot behind your right leg, your right knee. You can either bend it or you can keep it straight. So it's just up to you what your body is making it feel better. You get a different twist. Now, if you'd like, you can take the left hand and bind it behind the waist. Good. And these are all just options. You don't have to listen to anything I say. Rod, is there a way that, I mean, if this might just be your body, but bring your arm out to the side so you're getting more of a shoulder stretch this way? Yes. And then your right cheek is on the ground. And then use your left hand to push yourself over onto that right shoulder. And if it's too much, don't do it. Yes. Good job. That looks great. Whatever you can do with your body. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to go to the other side. So roll back to your belly. Move your body to the right side of the mat. Extend the left arm out. The left cheek is on the ground. Use your right hand that's bent by your chest and use it to push yourself over. Your right leg will either be straight or bent. And if you'd like, you can bind your right hand behind the waist. Feel free to try both positions, all different ways to see what feels good for your body. Good. And coming back to center. We're just going to roll onto our back from here. So I like to thread the needle and roll over. It's just fun. And let's bend the knees. Bring the hands down towards the ankles. We're going to do a couple bridges. So begin by tucking the belly in and rolling the spine up as far as it will go. Pushing up to bridge. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and rolling slowly down. Once you come all the way down, bring your knees to your chest to realign the spine. Let me just maybe rock and roll from side to side if that feels good. And let's get prepared for another bridge. Bring your feet back down to the ground, hands towards the ankles and feet, and start rolling the spine all the way up. Let's take the right foot and cross it over the left knee into figure 4 while you're up in bridge. And uncross the right. Let's cross the left leg, stay in bridge. Left ankle over the right knee for figure 4. And uncrossing, coming back to neutral, holding up for 3, 2, 1, and release, coming down. Whew, I'm sweating already. Okay, let's do a I don't know, I can't remember what else she said. All right. Have y'all done I don't know. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let's bring our feet up for legs up the wall or waterfall. Good. And bring your legs down for happy baby. So you can either grab the big toes or the outer sides of the feet. Stretching in the hips, pulling the knees down towards the floor, keeping your neck aligned. If you have space and you want to rock, you can rock from side to side, stretching like as the right leg comes down to the floor, straighten it, bending it. Left leg comes to the floor as it straightens. Good. And then bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly, reclined butterfly. Come back to happy baby, bending the knees, feet up towards the ceiling. And then bring the legs up towards the wall, towards the ceiling for legs up the wall or waterfall, how we started. Let's go into half splits. So starting with the right leg, you can either grab the big toe or the foot or maybe the shin or the ankle, maybe the knee, and lower the left leg down to the ground. If your hand is behind your leg, lift your chest up so your head goes towards your knee. Good. And now stay with your chest up. We're going to just switch legs. So lower the right leg, lift the left leg. Keep the chest up, the stomach crunch. Good. And now we're going to switch again. Keep the chest up, stomach crunch, switching legs. And now we're going to move the speed a little bit faster. So here we go. Switch, switch, switch at your own pace. Keep going. Good. And release, coming down to the ground, bending the knees and letting the spread the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart and bring the knees together. Reconstructive, I don't know. Taking a couple breaths. Open up the knees, open up the arms to a T, and windshield wiper, letting both the knees drop to the right side and hold. Look over the left shoulder. If you like, you can take the right foot and place it on top of the left knee to give yourself a little bit of a deeper stretch. And if your knee is crossed, if your leg is crossed, uncross it. And bringing both the legs over to the left side, looking over the right shoulder. If you want, you can place the left foot on top of the right knee. Uncrossing the left foot. Bring both knees up to center. Lift the right foot up into the air and grab the big toe with your first finger and thumb, or allow the left foot to go straight again. Keep the left arm out in a T and open up the right leg to the side. Keep holding on to the foot or the toe. Okay, or the leg. Yeah, good. Good. And now we're going to cross the right leg over across the body. Switch hands when you get to the center. So your left hand is now holding your right foot. Bring your right foot over to the left side. Your right arm is out and you're looking over the right shoulder as you scissor. Stay with the right arm out, looking over the right shoulder. But this time, bring your knees in together um, and to your chest. So we're just doing a laying spinal twist. You can, yeah, yes, both knees together, stretching out. Wonderful. Good. Looking over your right shoulder. If you want, you can place, yeah, you got that, Kelly. Three more breaths. Coming up to center. Realign the spine. Let's bring the left foot up towards the ceiling. Grab a hold of the big toe. Straighten out the right leg. Open up the left leg to the side, and the right arm is at a T. And we're going to cross the left leg over to the right side, switching hands, extending the left arm out, looking over the left shoulder. And now releasing the foot with your hand and bending both knees for laying spinal twist. I like to place my hand on top of my knee just to give it a little bit of weight, but not really pushing it. And coming back to center. Maybe bringing the knees to the chest and doing a couple rock and rolls from side to side. Now bring your knees back to center. And we're going to move very slowly from right to left. So, and if there's any places that feel sticky in your hips, you're going to stop and hold and breathe and let yourself settle into that sticky part. So start going over to the right side and see, maybe just slightly, and see if there's any places that maybe are tight that you want to breathe through. And once you get all the way over to the right, if you want to go to the left, you can, or you can stay on the right. Just listening to your own body. Moving slowly. Good. All right. And then bring your feet back down to the floor. You can windshield wiper from side to side. Opening up your legs and your feet. Good. And one last thing, we're going to do butterfly. So bring your soles of your feet together. Open up the knees. This time, bring your arms up over your head. Soles of the feet together, knees are out. Recline butterfly. Arms are up over the head. And let's come into like a shavasana type position where you're just resting on the ground with your um, legs spread apart. Your hands are, palms are face up. We're going to do a little bit of yoga nidra. So instead of shavasana, this is where it's going to be like a meditative state that where you're going to want to stay awake but also fall asleep at the same time. And it's only going to be for like 15 minutes. Oh, wait, this is for anytime calming. Getting comfortable, lying down or sitting supported. Choosing any position that's right now. Getting ready for the practice of calming. Tucking a thin pillow or blanket under your head if you'd like. Cover yourself with a blanket if you like. Doing anything you need to do to get as comfortable as possible. Checking for any lumps or bumps of clothing, jewelry, or anything else that might distract you. If you find any, adjust them now. Scan your whole body, making sure you're as comfortable as can be. Feet relaxed, legs, hips, back, arms, shoulders, jaw, forehead. Checking in and making any further adjustments if it will help you be your most comfortable. Feel yourself settling in, serene like a still lake. And now, setting aside anything that's happened before this moment, setting anything aside that's happening after this practice, bring all of your awareness into your practice for the next 15 minutes. Setting everything aside for these moments to calm and connect. Take a deep breath in And as you exhale, letting go of any thoughts you'd like to get let go of in this moment. Let go of any thoughts, any need to do, just being. This is your time for yourself. No agenda, just peace. Make any final adjustments if you haven't already. Begin to experience the stillness even more. Know that you can move, but if it feels good, allow yourself to enjoy this stillness, this chance to do nothing, resting just as you like. If it feels restful, allow these words to be received energetically rather than mentally. Even the mind can rest now. In its place, there is effortless awareness. Feel all experience becoming more and more effortless, serene and effortless. Yoga Nidra has now begun. A series of energetic points will be named. Allow awareness to float effortlessly from point to point. Start by floating awareness to the point between the eyebrows. Effortless awareness of the point between the eyebrows. The hollow of the throat. The right shoulder joint. Moving freely to the right elbow joint. Wrist joint. The right thumb. The tip of the index finger. Tip of the middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. Tip of the little finger. Effortless awareness. The right wrist joint. Elbow joint. Shoulder joint. Hollow of the throat. Shifting awareness over to the left shoulder joint. Elbow joint. Wrist joint. The left thumb. Tip of the index finger. Tip of the middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. Tip of the little finger. Shifting freely, the left wrist joint. Elbow joint. Shoulder joint. Hollow of the throat. The heart center. The right side of the chest. The heart center. The left side of the chest. The heart center. The heart center. The heart center. Bring awareness at the heart center. Not thinking, just feeling. Become aware of the breath. Aware of the body gently moving with each inhale and exhale. Notice on the inhalation that the abdomen gently rises, then chest rises. And on the exhalation, abdomen falls, chest falls. Inhale, abdomen rises, chest rises. Exhale, abdomen falls, chest falls. Feel this wave of breath, like a wave washing into the shore, then washing away from the shore. Follow this gentle wave of breath. Each breath, watching the wave rise and watching it fall. No need to make any changes to the breath. Simply watching the natural wave of breath, like watching gentle waves on the ocean. Begin to count the waves. Simply follow the natural pace of breath. Inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, and so on, up to 26. If you lose track, that's fine. Simply start again at 1. Now let go of the counting of the waves of breath. It doesn't matter if you reach 26 or lost track. Letting go of the count. Bring your awareness back to your heart center. Notice the heart center rising on inhalation, falling on exhalation. Bring awareness back to your body. Yoga Nidra is now complete. Feel your body peacefully resting. Feel the support beneath you. Notice the temperature of the space you're in. Notice the sounds. Introduce more movement in the body by taking a few deep breaths. Now wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the lightness of the sensation. Stretch or move your body in any way you'd like. And if you're lying down, when you're ready, roll to your right side. Take a few deep breaths here, taking with you any calming sensation from your practice today. And if you were lying down, slowly, gently press yourself up to sitting. Keep your eyes closed or halfway closed if you can. And take a deep breath. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes and bring your calming sensation into the room and into the rest of your day. So I know my time is a little off and I ended a little early. So if any of you have any kind of thing that you want to work on or something and you have, let me know and I can, if there's an area, or you can just end here if you'd like. Um, but I'm still here for another 10 minutes or so. So feel free to unmute and say, hey, this part is bothering me, and we'll do a stretch for that.
Do we do some shoulders?
Huh?
Could we do some shoulders?
Some shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Um, let's do, let's start with this one. So bring your hands behind you and try to bring your fingertips, your pinky fingers together. And then once you get your fingertips together, scoot your butt up forward. Bring your knees up, it might help, yeah. And then just see if you can just settle into it and relax. Okay, let's hold for 3 more breaths. Good. And now let's sit up and move the arms around, just kind of shake them out a little bit. Good. And come back into tabletop. We're going to do some thread the needle. So starting with the right hand, bring it all the way up and stretch to the ceiling. Let's actually work with our fingers and hands too. So while your arm is up here and your shoulders up here, make a fist and then spread your fingers out wide. Make a fist, spread them out wide, and then roll the wrist around in this circle. And then reverse the circle and thread the needle. We're going to bring the right hand underneath the left shoulder, the right cheek. Keep the hips up, and then bring the left hand up to the top of the mat, or you can bind it behind your waist. Yeah. If you want to work into that left shoulder, then you're working on the right hand. And then if you want to get deeper into the left shoulder, have your arm up towards the top of the mat and come up to your fingertips. So it stretches your armpit a little bit more. And let's bring the left hand to beside the face, unwind, bringing the right hand up to the ceiling. If you want, you can do a couple wrist rolls before you bring it down. And then the other side, left arm up. Let's make some fists and spread the fingers out wide a few times. Bring your hands into a fist and roll your wrist. Good. And thread the needle. Left arm under the right, left cheek to the ground. If you want to get the extra stretch, you can bring your come up to fingertips on your right hand. And coming back to center, unwind, stretch the arm up, and do a couple rolls if you want before coming back to center. How's that? Good. Michael, did you want to have something that you wanted to do?
That actually served me very well. I've been having problems with my left shoulder for a couple of weeks now, and the left side of my neck.
Left side of your neck. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to stretch your neck a little bit more?
I would like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can sit on your knees if you like. If you want to add a little bit of a toe stretch, you can sit on your knees and kind of flex your feet back. I can't stay in this very long, but just do what makes you comfortable. And then let's bring. You said it was the left side.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with the right, stretching the right side. So bring the left ear to the left shoulder. You can have your hands in front of you. You can stretch them down. You can bring them behind you, whatever is comfortable for you. And then now tilt your head towards your left shoulder, still stretching the back of the right, pushing the right shoulder down. And then coming up to center with the head. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Pushing the left shoulder down. And now looking towards the right shoulder, allowing the left shoulder to become heavy. And chin to chest. Push both shoulders down. Inhale, rising up to center. Exhale, untuck the toes. And namaste.